Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Flotsam here on Not Your Professional Walkthroughs channel with me, your host, Max. So in the previous episode, we were able to pick up the botanist specialist, and currently we should be heading towards what I assume is the engineer, but maybe because I've actually quit the game and started it from a save file, I might have to look for the specialist all over again, and what might end up happening is that I'm gonna end up having to travel to an entirely different location, which would be honestly quite freaking awkward, just due to the fact that I would have to start all over again. We're again starting to run a little low on food, but I was able to actually acquire quite a lot of the oil gobblers here. So what I'm gonna be doing is cleaning them up, and with the two actual seaweed growers, I should be able to keep pumping out the seaweed wraps and start making these meals so that I have something more sustainable for the actual colony besides the actual chops from the what is this, the chop shop. Now when it comes to actually the overall progress of the game, I have no clue where we are gonna be continuing, just due to the fact that I do not know. Yeah, of course I'm gonna have to go to an entirely different location. That's not awkward as hell. I don't know if I've been to this electric shop though. Yeah, I have cleared out everything there. So we're gonna have to change direction. It's kind of weird that if you save the game and resume it at later stage, it no longer recognizes the engineer or the specialist, so you have to travel to God knows where else. But okay, I guess that's the price we gotta pay. So that's what I'll do then. I'll keep making the seaweed sheets. The issue with the fact that I do not know how the game is going to progress is primarily related to the fact that I'm kind of getting close to the overall carry capacity that I can potentially count on. So what I'm going to try to do is squeeze the boat in here. I'm going to hope that I'll be able to just gather all of this seaweed. I have to even monitor the amount of goods I'm actually carrying around, just due to the fact that I already have like a large quantity of them. And sure, they are used right now for housing and stuff, but it's gonna be quite interesting. Flounder is still my favorite thing, just due to the fact that you don't need anything special for it to prepare a better quality meal for your population from it. So it's super easy, really convenient, and it gives you a same quality of food, which is ordinary, which to me is shocking that even canned food is in the same category. Like, I would assume that putting something like I don't know, let's say a canned food would be like the supreme quality, and the other stuff would just be much worse quality. So we can put in two people over here, two over here. We have two fishermen here. We have 7 population. I think my housing can accommodate 2 more. Yeah, so we can go up to 9 people. But yeah, that's easier said than done. I have to keep in mind the actual management of the food, or I would be quite literally screwed. But yeah, we can put in these guys to be processed. So all of this is a-okay. And at nighttime, of course, I'm gonna have to wait this out. When I tried to look up guides for the game, I came across a really interesting fact, and that like majority of all the actual guides are super old, like from when the game was probably released. And like recently I have seen absolutely nothing that would be published that would count as a guide for the game. So I feel like this is the potential risk which you are running into if you mismanage the title. What can end up happening is that you will have a game where the interest of it falls of the face of the earth because it has been stuck in the development cycle for God knows how long. I mean, the game was released in 2019, so it's been 5 years that it's been on Steam's early access, and the latest patch mentions that farming has been added, but I still, for the love of it, do not understand how farming works in this game. I do understand that I can build these fields, which also add like the beautifying effect to the locations. So you can counteract the negative aspects of the production areas by cramming in these plots of farmable land. But when it comes to it overall, I have just zero idea how to put in just about anything. And I do have these seeds, but the weird thing is that they cannot grow from this because this is like literally for agriculture. And so what I was only able to do is beautify these houses. So now the question is if I should try to decommission the boarding house, and I'm gonna have to like take a look at this. The reason why I'm considering this is the high quantity of the goods which I have. So Duo Shack is 100. This one is also 100, but this one gives me much more beauty to the town. Solo Shack is stupid, so the weight is the same. The issue is I'm gonna be reaching the maximum carry capacity that the ship can handle, and I have no clue how to potentially expand upon it because I have not noticed a research that would allow to expand the carry capacity. Like, there's a big house, but for that we need the architect. Here we need the electro crafter. So engineer and a medic are like a big thing, which I will require. I can do solar panels or oil power generators, but these things do require quite the substantial amount of the knowledge points. And the school, I just don't understand it because I do have the books, but they do work in a quite awkward way. I really do like the game loop because it gives me that feel of, yeah, I have to really work hard and not screw up in order to not kill everyone, and try to think 2 steps ahead of like, is this gonna work for me? Is me moving to this destination gonna be beneficial for the overall health of everyone? Or am I gonna screw everyone over by actually moving in that direction? So it really does make you care. The micromanagement is not that much complicated. I've tried to pick up something medieval. What's it called? Going medieval or something medieval. Medieval something. Oh my god, I'm not helping myself. There are over 3,000 games which have the word medieval in the title. Living medieval, going medieval, something medieval. Yeah, so overall I've tried to pick it up and the result was just absolutely bad. I did not have a good time because the micromanagement levels went into the heights, which even I was like, okay, not for me, thank you very much. So this one is manageable, and if it's like idiot proof, I can get behind that. But yeah, I think we are gonna carefully head over to this lookout point. I should have fish theoretically in my inventory. I don't really want to be picking up wet wood just due to the fact that I have so much dry wood. Trying to manage this, but we're bottlenecked by the seaweed spinner currently. But thanks to maintaining 2 of these farms and it somehow not even depleting our seaweed spores, I'm just able to continuously keep making this. And worst case scenario, I'll just switch to production and I'll be able to start producing rope if necessary. So I can even do that now. There's no issue with that whatsoever. But yeah, I think it's quite problematic that the game has been in early access for such a long time, because that can definitely have quite the negative effect from the consumers. I don't know if it's like a curse of early access. Some games, they are just not affected because they introduce a loop which just players do appreciate. But even some games which I've covered in early access, like for example when I played Coral Island, and when I compare it to when it was fully released and I did the 100 days in a video game for it, it was a much better experience because it felt more well-rounded overall. I just don't know what is then the full potential of this then. Can you go and make this into so that your ship can carry more, do more, or is it that you set up this sort of town somewhere, leave it as is, keep the survivors there so it's some sort of self-sustaining floating city, and then you can just take off the boat with a few crew members, a few necessities and some supplies, take off and start building another town? Like, I don't understand what's like the final goal here, because once you reach the full weight capacity, then what do, you know? So, it's gonna be certainly interesting. I definitely see the engineer. There's rural ruins. I would be really interested about hopefully finding something which would be like, for example, there's another seagull, so I can go try and fetch it. I mean, I do have the chow to feed them. And that's done by turning nibblers into it. I can even like switch into wow, I would probably never like actually use the corn or the seaweed for it. It just does not seem like the most viable strategy here. But soon I'm gonna get again the seaweed, so I'll be able to keep pumping out more food. Unfortunately I don't have flounders, but I would definitely not use flounders to make food for the seabirds, that's for sure. Can someone actually come pick up this damn seagull? You don't even have like that many tasks for you. I'm not even collecting these people who are here. Could theoretically deal with the bottled fish here, but that's just gonna give me the nibblers, and unless I have corn, I cannot combine them into a more valuable meal. So right now, the bottleneck is the seaweed wraps. Once I'll be able to make those, we should be a-okay. Okay, so, we have 2 seagulls now. Yes, we do. Okay, great. So I think I'm gonna actually move the colony over here. I want to check the rural ruins just to see if there's possibility for me to get corn. A supermarket complex might actually have what I'm looking for. because I still have not figured out for the life of it how to start agriculture. All I knew was that I would require a specialist in order to just launch the research into like the botany. And now that that's done, I'm like trying to figure out, well, okay, what the hell do I do now, right? Let's make some floaters here. Let's try and make some tools here so that we have them, because I'm down to only 5, which is most unfortunate. I can stick to like continuous production of firewood, and right now I'm like actually gonna have to look for some gobblers. I would really not like to provide them with low quality food, because by feeding them better food, it's actually improving the happiness. And I would really like to see the happiness being pushed towards something more positive. So I don't think I'm gonna salvage any of this right now, because I'm just swimming in dry wood, which I'm not able to turn fast enough into burning wood. And unless I come across some fish or something, I will be a little bit screwed. So I'm trying to turn the dry wood into other resources. They get unhappy just from swimming through here, but I kind of don't know if I can connect actually these two locations, because just the propeller area over here is preventing me from building up stuff over there. This is our storage. This is our storage. This is the desalinator. The fun thing is that I'm gonna actually run out of fish before I run out of the seaweed wraps. So how fun is that? But if the battery is recharged, I think I'm gonna have to turn around, swim around through here, and try and get to this location. All because I'm hoping that the supermarket complex does carry corn in it. Yes, yes it does. It also has canned food. Even solar panels are here. But that's the thing, like, if I get the corn, and if I'll be able to start growing the corn in these fields or something, because there is this in the agriculture, a corn. A large grain crop that produces corn. So if I would be able to take those 5 corns and plant those, like, out of one corn cob, if you would deseed it and get all the individual kernels separately, you get quite the substantial amount of corn, which you can use to be planted, of course. So, of course, not every single seed is gonna be able to take the full form, but yeah, that's definitely a priority here. These 2 structures. What about this? Goods, and plants. I do have the seeds, so I don't really care about those that much. I do have even the plastic waste, because that's what the seagulls keep bringing, or the wet wood, so I don't really care that much about that. I'm gonna have to wait for the seaweed to reach full maturity, but what I'm kind of thinking is that the problem is, I don't see a different species than the one in the bottle. This one would be nice, but then again, I would be heading away and then going over there. But it's unfortunately only the nibbler fish in this region. It's this region that had the flounders and the other species. So, did they manage to salvage these regions already, or what are you guys doing? Okay, the corn. I want to see the corn brought over. So something is being currently salvaged. It's kind of funny, though, that if they go with the boat and they are collecting resources, they are able to take 10 units of whatever. But if they go fishing, they are specifically only able to take 5 fish from the school of fish itself. So it's as if the fish weighs twice as much as whatever supplies they're able to fetch from here. But okay, so it seems like the corn was actually able to be planted. So I got 5 corn. I have no clue how long does it take to process this. Who's responsible for watering this? How does that affect my water supply? But thanks to the canned food now, I don't have to worry that much about running out of food. This is a problem for me. Like, the whale should not be doing this. I get it that it's like animation just to beautify the game. But I don't know, it's just a little bit annoying. So that's, wow, okay, that's quite the growth rate. It's gonna take a while for this to reach maturity, huh? Solar panels, unfortunately... I feel like the generator should be somewhere close to the battery so that we don't have to crank it up. Again, having to build another cargo hold. I'm just gonna have to refine the microplastics or the plastic waste. Keep working on these two. So we're gonna see how this is gonna affect us and how much corn am I gonna get. So we had 5 corn, and out of that I should technically wait and see when it's like fully grown, how much corn do I get per 1 corn, in order to understand the economy of that ingredient and if it's actually a sustainable thing, or if it works somehow weirdly like with the seaweed spore, that I'm gonna maintain those 5 initial seeds because that's what I've planted, or God knows what's gonna happen. So these two have been scavenged. These two don't really possess anything that I would want. I don't really need the refined goods. So I think it's time for me to... There's another market, but... yeah, I want to pick up the engineer. I honestly think I'm gonna go for the bike. Hopefully that's gonna help me recharge the battery a little bit faster. And I can directly consider even building a battery here in order to expand the overall battery itself. But to consider the fact that this is 80 and this is 50, so that's additional 130 that's going to be added to the overall weight of the ship, which is already an issue. I'm just continuously producing some of these things in order to reduce the quantity or the weight from having too much of the other supplies. Worst case scenario, I'll start breaking down the goods. Unfortunately, the battery has not been really that much refilled. What I was given, I can try to use and go towards the flounder and then over there. We're gonna have to wait until the daytime though. I don't think yeah, we can actually do it. So that's 6 flounder. It's gonna help us out. We're gonna be doing quite well in that. I don't know. Do I want more water storage? Honestly, right now, probably building out this would be better for me. I've set up 2 fishing boats to go for the flounder. But we're gonna see if... Yeah, if they're not gonna build this... What is it again? Well, stop... Like, god damn it, just walk around. I don't know if I can build up actually the damn... stuff in a way that would help you reach this location a bit easier. What if I actually try to go for it? Like, close this off. Would this work? Would they actually... Yeah, then they cannot take the boats out, huh? I'm gonna have to decommission the boats then. So decommission the boats. I'm gonna have to reposition them like over here or something. Let's see if they can actually process all this weird stuff. Issue is I'm quite close to like max carry capacity. Well, not really. This one is almost empty, but still, if they decommission this and if they would have the brains to actually cut through here and not swim through here or something, I can theoretically start relocating all these supplies over. Where can I build this stuff? Or how the hell does it even connect? Because it seems like it needs to be plugged into something. Yeah, okay, so I don't really need these two right now. But he can crank up this thing in order to refill the battery. And I can try to relocate the supplies inland here. So this is all fine and dandy. You can try and build the path even like so. Just to shorten the travel time. Okay. Theoretically, in this region, we should see flounders and other fish of such kind too, so who knows? Now, we want to go and fetch the specialist. So that's our engineer. I think we are gonna manage that still. And we're gonna have quite a lot of nibblers on our hands here. But I'm gonna have to find me some gobblers if I want to do anything else. And theoretically, I can like decommission the watchtower because the beautifying effect can be achieved through parks or something. Okay, so it seems like the corn is gonna be done anytime soon. So the question is, how much corn am I gonna yield out of the initial 5 that I was able to get my hands on? I really think relocation button would be much nicer than having to decommission the whole damn thing and build it all over again. Okay. Wait, so I got 5 corn, but the corn keeps on growing? So does this mean that I will now start getting 8 corn? Because the farm is already set up. This is still quite an efficient recipe with the nibbler, though. So we were able to acquire the individual, so I can start Town Tugger. Okay, increases the weight capacity of your town. Absolutely yes. So I need to research this, which will demand power. So does that mean that it's gonna actually start draining the battery? Or how am I to interpret that information? I definitely do need to increase the carry capacity. We are almost there as is. The thing is, I kind of don't know what would be the thing which I should try and focus upon. Okay, we're starting to get our bottled fish. 1, 2, 3. So this is just gonna keep on growing. So I'm gonna now get 8 corn, if I understand it correctly. And what would happen if I would try to decommission the farm now? Okay, these guys are happy. 8 ordinary meal. Ordinary meal. Hey, we have a new friend. Found a new community. New friend. 8 ordinary meal. I'm all wet from so. Damn it! Stop swimming. Just take the damn road. I set it up intentionally for you guys. There's quite a lot of bottled fish, but it's all nibblers. And you need to combine nibblers with corn. Okay, so I guess now what I could try to look for is a doctor or an architect. Engineer is gonna be crucial, especially due to the town tugger. That's what I definitely need to go for. There's like an icon for food or something. Oh, that's interesting. I have not seen that. Okay, I see a flounder in here, so I would probably try to take the colony to this location and then to this location. And then there's this potential food market. So that's like the next 1, 2, 3 stops. So we're gonna make a small almost circle. Let's make a bunch of rope so that I have it. And let's make a whole bunch of firewood. These boats should be like connected. They should not be just like that. Guys, don't get lazy on me. Come on, play nice. So maybe the scrapper itself will require energy in order to produce the scrap or something. It takes a few days to get the corn, so that still makes nibblers highly ineffective. Let's turn them into the chow for the birds. Make more floaters. We have quite a lot of them. I really would appreciate some sort of mechanic of trading or something. But made the whole thing a little bit more effective, because right now what I have to do is literally go here and like start dumping supplies into water. I accidentally dropped the wrong thing, of course. But this is like not the most effective way for you to utilize your resources, because there's time and energy that went into taking these things and turning them into something, and now you're just dumping it into the water. And that just seems dumb. Right now it's gonna have to fetch me some different fish. So let's start moving. I don't care about these spots anymore. Actually, fudge. Let's do this. Let's send out our fishermen. Try and get both of these. I would especially appreciate right now the gobblers. Fortunately, I'm not that close to those ones. I can try to move now a little bit more. But I'm really pushing it here. Where's that other gobbler fish school? Okay. So the gobblers are gonna be nice because I have all this seaweed wrapping. So even like having to clean the damn fish of all the gunk is still gonna work for me. And worst case scenario, I just might get the 8 corn, which is not great because that's just gonna give me 4 portions of food, because you need 2 corn per meal. So it's really not that effective. But if we get the flounders and the other fish, that might turn things around. You guys are growing this so weirdly. What happened here? So that's the thing, like, the game is out for 5 years, and only recently they have implemented farming, apparently, and I'm not supposed to, like, understand the fact that what, like, these seaweed farms or like these small little patches where I grow the corn, that just did not exist? And is that how I'm supposed to interpret it? Like, what was the situation before, for Christ's sake? I'm trying to think if I ought to decommission this. And I would, let's say, build out this. Can I build a park at the end here? And will the park be able to accommodate the weird stuff that I have collected in order to counteract the beauty that I'm losing? Because the tower gives you +10. That's it? You cannot really grow anything on them? Ah, you can. Okay, what if I put a tree in the middle? Or a bush? And... go 2 ficus. 2 money plants. 2 of these. Town Tugger. Let's go for it. So now this park is giving me +12. And I'm hoping it does not weigh as much as the watchtower. This one is 70. This one is like just 12. So the... yeah, that's definitely beneficial. Town Tugger is gonna be done God knows when. We have quite a lot of oily fish. So we need to clean the fish. We need tools. We don't even need floaters that much. We're able to acquire the corn. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, this is just terribly ineffective. This is doable, like 1 fish and 2 of the seaweed sheets. That's manageable. The flounder is still the easiest one. I do wonder, though, how much is the weight capacity gonna be increased? Because it does not really specify. Currently, we can reach 4,000, but what happens afterwards, you know? Still have the fish. This location quite nicely helped me out due to the food. But it's gonna be a total pain in the ass to try and reach this location now. I'm gonna have to back up and travel around. We can stop by over here, pick up this fish, then go to here, and then go to that market. I am now actually really interested to like try and find out if decommissioning the farms gives you back the corn. That's an experiment which I should mess around with just to understand how detrimental a bad city planning might have an effect on your survival capabilities. Why are these boats off here? They should not be there. What is up with that? And what if I would try to build those houses? I have only that room for... They definitely beautified the place more, and I can squeeze in like 1, 2, 3 here probably. 1, fudge, it won't fit. What I would be able to fit in there, that's what she said, is a 2x2. Another park. So then I would be able to decommission this house and instead build in like a park. I stopped producing water for a little bit and look how it turns. And because I was dumping so much of the wet wood or dry wood, now of course we are not that well supplied in it. But okay, I'll try to decommission this boarding house and in its place build the another park. So if I'll see like seeds, I'll go fetch them. There's plenty of them around. I don't know what the mushrooms are for still. Still do not know. Make quite a lot of these. We're now very, very heavy. And how do I... I'm so confused. Like, what do I need to do to town tugger? Increase the weight capacity. So I can build like multiple ones of these, or how am I supposed to understand this? I feel like I should be relocating these farms in here and put this town tugger thing somewhere else. I will want to decommission this. Are you guys still like fetching fish, or what the hell are you doing now specifically? It's kind of annoying that I assigned 2 people to the task and it's kind of ignored. And not 2 people are following through with it. These huts are gonna be constructed. Eventually, they're being done really slowly. I have skill points to invest. So let's see. I don't really need to invest into fishing or this. Let's give you points into cooking. Give you points here. Give you points here. Let's increase the vitality. Yeah, I accidentally clicked on the liquids, but it is what it is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's give you points in here, I guess. And let's give you a point into construction. Okay, so I can understand why this is set up fully. So... we have like cooks already, so cooking over here would be probably most effective. Cooking over here, sure. Blood management, research. Since nobody else seems to, well, 2 people are into research. 2 people into fishing, construction, pursue recycling. We already have 2 fishermen. Don't need another cook. So let's do that. And I think I've decommissioned all the fish. These things are being constructed. Can do... Oh crap, I constructed a field instead of a park. I did not do a smart thing. I needed a park. Where the hell is this park structure anyhow? I cannot seem to find it anymore. What am I, blind? Ah, here it is. Okay, water. We're running super low. Food. I need that town tiller gizmo. Because we're super heavy. Just don't know where the hell to build it though. Probably convenient to build it somewhere adjacent to the ship itself. So if I can relocate these things, that would be nice. I would need to relocate the seed bank, the plastic recycler, is there a possibility to build one by one? Yes, it is. These two decommission. Seed bank. I need to put this guy here. This guy like so. And build 36 of the park squares. In there. Can I build? Damn it. If I build the 2x2 over here and then put 2 of these single ones over here, I think I can manage. Quite a lot of these flowers, so let's get rid of those. Let's put 3 sunflowers there. Put the monstera over there. Seed bank. Fudge! It's too big. I decommissioned this one. Even this one. Can I decommission this one? Is it because of this, the park? Quite possible. So what if I would try to build the manual powered thing here? Along with the battery. The water storage. Because I can cram in those things over here because they only occupy such a amount of space. And I can then plug those into this. Decommission even these. Relocate even like the sawmill. I would probably try to relocate the seaweed growers somewhere around here. Just so that I can potentially build the town tower over here. So let's back up. And let's see what the hell is this. There's another seagull. Man, we burned through that battery like there's no tomorrow. Like, no joke. And out of the wraps. Need to plug this into this and this into that. So this into what? And you into... Cannot reach? Damn. Okay. What if I build this over here? Will that be able to reach? You're just doing nothing right now, Bubba. Okay, you're filling in that battery. Please tell me this is gonna work. That's working. So I need the seed bank elsewhere. Let's build it there. Decommission these two. Then I can decommission this, decommission the spear, build the town tower right next to the boat. I know it's gonna have a negative effect on the overall beauty, but I mean, we're in 57, so beauty should not be an issue. Overall, the happiness has gone up. I think it might have something to do with some of the stuff which I'm able to achieve here. Although I have to say, growing the corn 8 pieces at a time is just killing me. So I'm gonna definitely try to go for a larger field. 4x4. That's 16. So I would have to get 2 full harvests in order to occupy this with the corn and then decommission potentially those 2 small fields or leave them be. No, I don't want this icky food. Come on, work with me here. Gobblers are gone. Let's decommission the bank and then decommission the pier. I could try to build the, what is it, 4x4? Whoa, that's a big one. It's quite a large one there. Okay, so I think we can move again. I'm gonna move towards the fish. Hopefully it's in the range. Yes, it seems to be. Put 2 fishermen to it. And let's gather the seaweed as well. Let's go for these seeds. I don't really need the tinder. I'm actually starting to consider getting this because I'm kind of more equipped to get the dry wood thanks to the seagulls instead of doing anything else. Solar panels. cost 21 points. Ah, sure, let's go for it. I mean, I do have the solar panels themselves. And I can decommission you and try to build that tugger. Where's the damn thing? It's quite expensive and it does require the actual engine from the truck. So just by that alone, that's woohoo. I don't like the fact that it's like turned into the ship. I would like it to go with the ship. I think I've discovered the rotation is like Z or X, so I should be able to manage that. Can build in probably more water storage in here, like 2 more would fit in perfectly, which is just absolutely great. Question is if I'm gonna need a better desalination process in order to keep doing this. Okay, where's that rotation key? I swear I saw it somewhere. It's not doing it. I wanted to phase with the ship. And it's too wide. Seriously, what's going to happen if I decommission this farm and relocate the algae farm over here? Ask her, let's build it. Might have to build the other desalination plant if I like it or not. Ain't that just the funniest thing ever? So weird for me to now have the plastic recycler over here. I'm gonna hold on to that corn, probably. I don't even have that many nibblers. I have to unbottle them. Right now I have more of the oiled up gobblers. We can take another seagull. I don't really know how to measure the stats of the seagulls, so I guess I'll just go for it. And nibblers are here. So there's a few things which we can do. Okay, so I guess this now increase the capacity by 2,000. Holy crap. That means we can really build up this thing. Question is, if I should have decommissioned this, build this a little bit further back, and try to build out like a pier so I can put more of them next to one another. You know, like stack them up like this. Doesn't really go straight, which is just most unfortunate. And this refuses to go in this direction. Really think I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna decommission these two. Put the sawmill somewhere over here. Really thought that I figured out this whole shebang in regards to rotating the damn structures. Could have sworn I saw the key somewhere. I feel like a total knucklehead. I'm gonna need to build another one of these drying racks, that's for sure. Let's decommission even this farm. Build these two algae farms over here. And this is unfortunate that it takes up only this much amount of space. That means I can build this over here. We can really try out some of this stuff. So I'm hoping that by re-accommodating these things, it's just gonna allow me to do this idea. Like if I would really be able to head in this direction and have these tuggers like right one next to another. Because I can build the electric gizmo over here and off we go. Alright, so I should be able to... Yep. That's awesome. So this is gonna push me to 6,000. Which I'm very much looking forward to. Here we can build more of that water storage. So that we have it like here by the houses and by the farms, even though it's not really needed. And I have 8 corn. Which still unfortunately it's not gonna let me do what I wanted to do. But that's fine. Clean up the fish. Ay, ay, ay. Not what I wanted to do. Crap, someone already brought over the corn. Can you take it away? I decommissioned the recipe, so please don't do it. I want to hold on to the corn. Theoretically, I can fill in a bunch of slots over here for the corn. 5 times 5, that's 25. That's 9. Two. Yeah, that would fit in here quite nicely. Why are you, however, rotated like this? I do not know for the life of it. Okay, how are we? I think we've decommissioned the, or fished out all the fish. Why does it keep switching to these other things which I never wanted it to make? That's just so weird. Let's put out this, and this is just 2 by 2. This is space is 3 by 3. I have way too much wet wood, which I need to convert into dry wood so I can keep up the production. This is kind of funny how I was able to fill this up. Somehow this boat appeared behind the propeller. Don't ask me how. Did we fetch the damn seagull or not? Still no. Just right now you're going for the seagull. Maybe not even. No, finally got the seagull. This is the bottled fish, but like I said, I'm hoarding the corn right now. No. Then why does it keep switching to the other recipe? Okay. One, two, three, four, five, six. 4, 8, 12, yeah, 24 corn would be able to be grown over just here. I don't know what's better, if it's better to have one massive field or just a bunch of these tiny fields. Because it does burn through your good supply. And I don't know. Can I squeeze in?
Please.
Effectively building up this whole place. I'm gonna definitely need like a second desalinator or something. It shows me corn, but I don't have the corn. So I'm not really sure if it's just because it's not harvested or what's the situation there. Keep pumping these out. At least the grid system is simple to understand. Yeah, the wood-powered burner would be nice. It would fit in here quite nicely as well. The question is, what wood does it burn? But then I can build another battery theoretically over here, although I don't see the movement energy. So is this like a different type of battery, or how am I supposed to interpret the energy overall? It is confusing to me. Okay, let's move towards here. Okay, so canned goods, huh? I'm just closer to the fish. We can take the goods because I've been using them to craft the fields. So all of that is perfectly a-okay. We should now be able to turn more of the wet wood into dry wood, hopefully. The salination plant will be just running non-stop. The water capacity is now up to 65. But Wow, this thing actually used up the generator, huh? That should mean that I should definitely try to move to this oil truck. See what's that all about, and we should look for like our next specialist. Question is, am I running even any goddamn research? The solar panels are still not done. Oh my god. But okay, the town tugger is definitely gonna allow me to keep moving. The question is if those two pre-established fields of corn should be decommissioned, and I should try to relocate those things. And just keep building over in this direction. Like more storage and so on and such. I'm gonna need to, however, make sure to get more metal plates. Solar panels, I'm still researching them. So they will require some specific accommodation. Negative effect. The overall beauty. Which can be countered by the construction of like a park here. Just to beautify this sector. I can cram in just about whatever. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So that 8 corn is gonna be utilized here. $16. Oh, this tree takes up quite a lot of space. Let's put this bush here. No, decommission. I need to build it out further. Like so. In order to do this. And we're gonna have to build this guy up there in order to plug it into this. It seems quite idiotic for the wood burning thing to be connected to one of these electric current poles in order to plug it to the ship. But okay. That's what's necessary, I guess. I haven't really touched upon the production. Crap, this is not far enough. I haven't really touched upon the like production of the electric components, something which is gonna actually require the electricity itself. You appreciate that the system is at least simple enough for me to grasp the concept. Since the game does tend to utilize the feature of throwing you into deep water and trying to figure stuff out for yourself. And we are running super low on this. So I feel like I'm just gonna have to keep on re-establishing things over and over again. I'm quite sure this throws quite a negative spin in this neighborhood. I felt like it was a necessary move. So these things still have not been processed. It's mostly due to them being constantly busy with the tasks which they have assigned. I have to monitor the food situation. I'm really hoping that I'll be able to get like a larger harvest of corn and somehow turn that into more meals with the nibblers. Although the things that I do want and the things that I can do are quite different. I feel like I'm gonna have to keep on relocating the flotilla no matter what the heck I try to do. Just to always keep it somewhere at the edge of the town limit. But do the batteries actually increase the overall capacity of what we're able to do? Should I relocate this and in its place put in the solar panel instead? I think I will decommission this one. This one does not have such a negative effect on the area. I can still plug in the battery into the grid. But yeah, like overall, the generators are a super rare commodity for me to have. I have to hope to find more gobblers. Flounder would be nice too. You guys salvaged all of this, or are you just trying to make me angry? These are all done. Still waiting for those corn harvests. I have a terrible problem with the 1 to 2 ratio. If it would be the other way around, 1 corn to 2 fish or something, wouldn't hear a beep from my end. The fish farm though is something which I'm now starting to consider as the next research. It does require 13 points. I think we're gonna go for it. The reason why I want to do it is to have a sustainable access to gobblers and flounders especially. You know what? I think I'll actually go and utilize the 8 corn for this last piece of farming, so that these 6 tiles or these 6 smaller 2x2 farms keep doing nothing but providing me with food. Man, day 86. Honestly, I think if I would not play this at the fastest pace, I would go bananas. Need the fish, and I need that solar panel. Okay, what am I still trying to process here? Okay. Understandable. The desalination needs to keep on going. I have plenty of wet wood which needs to be transferred. I have only one of the generators, so that's right now the rarest commodity at my disposal. Food situation is starting to scare me. Unless I will get some corn ASAP and start cooking up some of this. Yeah, I'm not really sure what's gonna happen, because once the canned food is gone, 2, 4, 6, 8 people. 1, 2, 1, 2. So that's those 8 houses. This battery needs to be plugged into that solar panel. I will need to put somewhere additional houses. It can even be like at the edge here, right? Like that's not that much of a problem. And I don't know, some sort of park. 3x3. No, that's a field. I need a park. In order to beautify this again. You just keep on making water. And this is just annoying. Why does this keep happening? Okay, I was able to produce some food, but I need a whole lot more corn. And hopefully the fish farms are gonna do what I need them to. Give me access to gobblers and flounder especially. I'm gonna have to... that's, of course, depending on how much you get out of a flounder. Or how many fish you will need to cram into... Why does it want to go like that? No. No. Why? Do I need to make it like here or something? Okay. And here I can put in like 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. This feels extremely inefficient, but yeah, what the hell. I'm all out of goods. Oh my god. How did that happen? You know what? I don't need this. What we need now are goods. We need to utilize this island to scout out stuff. It's just dry wood. These goods are essential now. That's too far. Okay. Let's put in a tree, I guess, no? 14, 14. It's going to be built up like that. And build like a row of bushes along here. This needs to be plugged into this and this to this. And voila. Again, reaching for that heavier status. And build another one of these, probably. Just to make sure that the other one can be connected as well. Have I used this to be scouted, or... How do I make sure that they actually do the things I want them to do? Please stop doing this crap. Why do you keep switching to some god knows what thing? I told you to do that. Stop doing that. Okay, we can do 4 dishes. I'm gonna seriously need to get my hands on other fish. Because right now, it's all about me waiting for the corn to be done, which is not that great. Science. Yeah, science, Mr. White. You know, if these are all processed, I think I'll just move the colony closer here. There's some food over there and oil truck. This is being scavenged. This is set up to be scavenged. Set up to be scavenged. I do have the dry wood. These fellas keep bringing in all the good stuff. Man, the growth of the corn is just really slow. I'm gonna have like a serious problem with that. Because I don't have the alternative fish right now. Okay, I think we've scouted out this location, but unfortunately here are only nibblers. I need to find these other regions over here, which usually do possess flounders and the other species. Question is then, how many fish do you require per fish farm in order for it to start effectively working on your behalf? Some rope. Let's make more tools since I have so much plastic. I can literally swim in that stuff. More floaters because and I'm gonna have to hope that I will fetch some generators where I'm headed. Where are the seagulls going for? Okay. Fortunately, the seagulls are incapable of fetching the items from, like, the islands. And the people are refusing to bring me the goods, which is having a negative effect. Let's put these two over here, beautify this. This way we can accommodate more people. Again, water production must keep going. Firewood must keep being provided. This is quite 2, 4, yeah, quite a lot of food here. Still have some of these boys. So I'll be definitely able to make nibblers, but I just hate the exchange ratio of 2 corn and 1 nibbler for 1 portion of the food. So now we should be at 8,000. Yes. Maybe I'll be even able to relocate these things and have the town tuggers, like this sort of fleet of ships just pulling this massive structure behind. The food situation is worrying me. I'm working on getting more, but I am at this dangerous point where not having these meals being pumped out constantly will cause some issues. Oh, man. Let's park it like this so that I can tap into the nibblers. There's 10 corn. I want the goods as well. I definitely want the generator. Oil is first time that I'm seeing this resource. There's quite a lot of stuff in here. And I'm hoping that in combination with the nibblers and the corn production, which I have set up, I will be able to start sustaining the colony a little bit better. That is, depending on if I have already researched the damn fish stuff. Yeah. Let's do the electric desalinator. It might be more efficient than the one which I'm utilizing currently. Fish farm. Has a negative effect. It does require the metallic plates. So all this scrap that's 18, that's six plates will be able to be generated out of this. You just have to keep on making this. I'm sorry. So they will be able to fetch only 5 fish at a time, which I'm not thrilled about. If I can build a much bigger field and start to fill it in with a larger quantity of corn, so I get like 1 field which is able to produce a whole lot more, but I would need 16 at least corn in order to do it. Which right now is kind of tricky. But if I will be able to fetch this food, especially the corn and the canned goods, should be able to manage just well enough. This is quite a rich location for resources. I don't mind chopping the wood. That's 25. That's too much, I think. Okay. How do I acquire the eggs, though? That's what I do not know. So do I have to drop in a fish? Let's see what's gonna happen if we cram in the nibblers. We do have 16 nibblers. I'm gonna be able to acquire a whole lot more nibblers out of here. I can debottle these knuckleheads as is. I'm gonna have to do something. The seagulls are so freaking effective at clearing this out. I'm just speechless. But I'm gonna be in deep trouble unless I come across some more sustainable way to provide corn. 5 times 5 is just too large right now. 4 times 4 is more doable. But that's still 16 corn that would need to be planted there. Or I would have to do it 4, 4, 4, 4 or something, but I would rather get like one massive bulk of corn at once. So I'm not really sure how this expert brood thing works. But I would try to keep one fish farm for one thing and another thing for... Okay, someone needs to feed the damn birds. Yeah, so I would rather have one fish farm for this, another fish farm for that. Why are you swimming there? Just take the boat, man. There's like literally a boat sitting in here. I'm afraid it's kind of bugged out. Something is not right with it. Maybe if I decommission these... I don't understand this. This is just some sort of bug again. This is most unfortunate. Okay, so you have placed these knuckleheads in here. So how does this work effectively? When do I harvest this, or how does the fish farm work? Walk me through it, please. I don't know what's gonna happen if I deconstruct these two. I'm just trying whatever. Because I have 2 boats literally sitting in here. And I cannot do anything with it. It's ready for use. It just makes me feel stupid, you know? I see a lot of corn here is gonna be ready. Nibbler chow. Let's process it then. I guess that's what they will require. Oh crap, so does that mean that... Oh my god, the gobblers will require corn, and these guys are gonna require... Are they like cannibalistic? What is this? No, flounder chow, so that's still from nibblers. So in order for me to sustain flounder, I will need nibblers. Okay, interesting. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wham. Okay, and now I guess time to cook. I am effectively burning through my nibblers. Wow, this This is gonna take a while, huh? But at least the nibblers are sustainable because I do have the 2 seaweed farms. So that's something I can rely upon. But it's gonna take time. Because I think it's gonna be more sustainable for me to maintain 1 fish per fish farm. This is gonna be more manageable. And I will not have such a massive chaos in the organization of it. Man, we're getting close to 100 days. How fun is that? Currently, I'm not even looking for a specialist. I'm just trying to do whatever. I'm trying to probably get this fish farm thing going. But this is actually sustainable. I would be able to now continuously keep doing this. Because I have seaweed, I have corn, and I have nibblers. It's just the 2-to-1 ratio is absolute freaking joke. It's kind of funny how even like all of these are being filled at the same time almost. Which is just confusing. Having some additional people would be helpful too. In order to manage the amount of workload. Drifter needs, but we are fulfilling the needs. What are you talking about, princess? Is it just like constantly stuck on this weird loop? And they have to definitely take a look into this electric desalinator. Or just have like 2 of them running. That definitely beautified the vessel or the colony. It's now waiting for these knuckleheads. Thankfully, the nibbler colonies do provide you with a large quantity of fish. Even if you need to debottle them. Quite a lot of things selected in here. I think I'll just put in the... Do I want to go with the architect or... I think the doctor would be better. Now, how long does it take for the radio tower to get a ping? Don't know. But I do know that this region still has lots of things which I can process. which is why I'm not even like trying to relocate right now. Yeah, this gobbler chow, that's a tricky one. That's a tricky one. I feel like another firewood and desalinator would be helpful, but I would need to get like 2 more people just to manage it. This boat is just pissing me off. I don't know what would help me, if I would need to quit the game, reload it, or what would do it, but I don't think I'll be messing around with that. The question is, where is this doctor, huh? Haven't received a ping yet, so no confirmation, so no movement required. I can try to build another fish farm. I do have the carry capacity, honestly. It would burn through most of my metal plates though, so that is something which I would need to process. Just keep on pumping out these things. Oh crap, I'm completely out of wooden planks even. That's awkward. So another day, another massive production of just about everything and anything. It's kind of funny how we're still at the lowest levels. I feel like the electric desalinator would be a tremendous amount of help. Does it occupy the same amount of space? It's 4x4. And the desalinator is, I think, also 4x4. So if I would effectively decommission this one and plug in the electrical one, to remove salt from seawater to generate fresh water. It would burn through the electrical components, which I don't have that many of, so right now, at least, this is helping me get rid of the dry wood. So there is some reason for me to keep the desalinator as is. I'll need to build like a waypoint to reach this. I really wish I can upgrade these. So that's a possibility, huh? So it's a little bit nicer. Unified as well. I don't even know if I've honestly received a yield of these guys yet. It's just a super slow process, honestly. And that's what's worrying me. That the fish farms are not gonna really help me unless I would have a dramatic quantity of them at my disposal. Meaning I would have to probably build another set of these knuckleheads out here just to pull all that extensive and excessive weight with me. Overall, I have to say I'm having blast with this game despite its shortcomings. Some of these glitches and issues are just unforgivable considering the fact that the game is out for such a long time. This type of stuff should not be happening. It's just what it is. still fish, 6 of them. I can debottle some, but we're gonna have to start relocating if I want to get more food, because just corn apparently is not on the menu, which is just the funniest thing ever. So yeah, if I would get the fish, we can move to the next location, maybe somewhere over here. But I think I'll keep that for the next episode. So if you liked this one, give it a big thumbs up. If you want to see more, let me know through the comment section. I'm having fun with this. I will definitely make a review for this. I still want to do other stuff, which I have like a lot of backlog of things which I want to get through. But hopefully I'll be able to keep pumping things out, but things will need to calm down in the background, into which details I don't want to go that much. But it's definitely quite action-packed in my life right now, so that's why I'm kind of struggling with some of the energy levels, and just barely able to cope with some of the workloads that I'm already dealing with. So please be patient with me. And yeah, there's quite a lot of stuff which you can go check out in general on the channel, so feel free to do so. I do need the views, and I'm gonna see you all in the comments or the next one. Thank you all for watching, and bye bye for now.